Hourglass. They came out with this super expensive blush, which I thought today we would dive into it and look if it's worth the money, because it's literally a cream blush in a stick, which is the Vanish Blush stick, and this one is in the shade Adori, which is super deep, and I think on the pictures it would suit literally every skin tone, so that's why I chose this one. And it is 0.2 ounces or 6 grams, and it is literally $62 Canadian, which is crazy money. Of course, you have the Hourglass packaging that is, golden, and then you take it out of the packaging, and you have the same, but it looks kind of like the same packaging as the foundation, just this one is golden and it says Hourglass there, and then you have the information over there with the color and everything. I already did my face. As you can see, I put a little bit of contour, no blush, nothing. I didn't set anything, so I just left it like this. We're gonna try a few techniques with a brush, with a sponge, fingers, everything. So if you want any specific information, it's gonna be all listed down below in the timestamps. And yeah, so let's get into it. I was actually really surprised when they came out with this, because I was like, this is really expensive, especially for blush. So if you look at the packaging, you have the little thing and then it goes up. So let's check how much. Can you see? It's not the time to play. Let's check out how much product we have in there. So let me just open it all the way up. I feel like this would last pretty long. You can see that there's some strips on it. It's not completely perfect, probably while traveling and everything. You know what I mean? Like there's always something, the weather, Canada is a cold, hot, so it does weird things. But yeah, so the color looks really beautiful. It is a berry color. And I love berry colors. As you can see, I put a red lipstick to fit with it. And that's why I look really pale. And with nothing on my face. So this one is marked as a vibrant berry. It is a creamy blush stick that delivers weightless, buildable color for a skin perfecting finish, which is nice because it can be very natural and the finish is natural. Coverage is light, so we have to keep that in mind. And highlighted ingredients, there's antioxidants that keep the skin conditioned and moisturized, and there's emollients that provide comfortable wear and keep skin hydrated. There's no parabens, formaldehydes, phthalates, mineral oils, sulfates, SLS, LSCS, contains less than 1% synthetic fragrance, which is nice. It is vegan, cruelty-free, and also gluten-free. It's a silky cream to powder formula that blends seamlessly into the skin for a natural pop of color while blurring the look of pores for flawless finish, which I don't really like applying this straight to the skin, but I guess if like you have clear skin and you just want to add a little bit of color, I feel like that would be really good for you. So you just like pop it on the side over here and then your skin would just look a little blushed, like that would just be good for natural skin. So it's not saying non-comedogenic or anything in there, so I hope that it won't clog my pores. We'll see about that. And I like that it is a cream to powder finish, so it's not, I feel like it's not gonna be too like dewy. All right, so this is like pretty smooth. It is way more pigmented than I thought. I thought like it would just come. Oh my god, it looks like my lipstick. I feel like I could put this on my lips. Like it's a very soft texture. Like I don't know if you can see, but like can blend it in my fingers and look, it leaves like kind of like a sheen color. It kind of looks literally, the way that I see it on my fingers right now is, when you put lipstick or a lip stain on your fingers, then you try to rub it off and it's stained. It literally looks like a stain on my fingers. So I feel like that's a good thing because the stain just looks very natural. It just looks like a sheen of color. And obviously you can put it very pigmented if you want. So I'm just going to apply some, I guess, on my fingers, and it's literally the color of a lipstick. I thought it would be more berry than that, but I guess it's not. So let me apply it on my finger and I'll blend it with this side with a sponge. I love a good red color like this. It's so pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it like this. Like you see, it's very much on my fingers. I'm going to take my new sponge and see if it's easy to blend. There's not much moisture left in there, but okay, so this blends really pretty, as I can see right now. It looks really nice. It doesn't remove any foundation at all, actually. And you can see that it's not that dewy, you know? I don't know if you can see it. I know my camera's, it's close, but it's far at the same time. I'm trying to show you guys. So I can sheer it out. And it's like right now I keep blending and it can't sheer out anymore. So there's to a point where if you put a certain amount, it doesn't sheer out anymore. So I don't know, you would put, for example, like you could put some concealer back and then blend it, but it looks really, really pretty and beautiful. It doesn't look weird. So like you can see here, I put some contour and then it blends very, very well with the contour. Very pretty. I like this color so much. I feel like I thought it was going to be a different color though. I was expecting something different. Yeah, I was expecting something way deeper than this because on the website, on the Sephora website, it looks really, really like purplish. But it's a very, very pretty color. I really like it. I like a color like this. I know it looks kind of like very bright on my skin, but I love a bright blush. Oh my god, I can't talk today. So anyways, I'm going to do with my other side and I'm going to be using a brush for that. I'm gonna have just a regular drugstore stippling brush, so it looks like that. So I feel like a brush like this to blend a cream blush is really, really nice. I'm gonna use this one. There's no particular fragrance in this one, and again, I'm using my finger because I cannot put this on my skin with all the foundation. But if you put too much, like I feel like you could use this as under the foundation instead of on top. You know what I mean? So like it would look even more natural. If you like the natural look, it would really, really look beautiful. So the thing with the brush, it might look a little bit more pigmented just because the sponge does absorb a little bit of the product, and this is just dispersing it on the skin with the foundation, which all products are going to be listed down below, of course, as always. But even with the brush, it looks really beautiful. It looks like I didn't put anything else on the skin. Like I know with the bright lights, it's really hard to see, but it looks like it's part of my skin, which is crazy. Usually a blush doesn't do that. Maybe it's gonna justify the $62 price point. Oof, that is pretty. So do you see this? I feel like I don't even need to put any powder blush on top of it. I feel like I can just leave it like this and look at this. Okay, this is more dewy now and I use the sponge, and when I use the brush, it is way less dewy. So if you apply it with a brush and you stipple it, it's gonna look less dewy. So if I go back on it, it removes the dewiness a little bit. But so far, I really like this color. I feel like when I have sunburn, that's the color that I get. So I feel like this color just really suits me really, really well. I feel like maybe the sponge blends it a little bit better on the sides, but other than that, it's really pretty. It fits with my lipstick. Do you see this? It's amazing. Okay. So when you look at the packaging now, the amount that I used, I dipped my finger twice in it. Plus I did this huge thing on my skin, which I could have just put it on my skin instead, on my face. And as you can see, like there's nothing really that came off. Like it barely made a dent. So I feel like if you buy this, it's gonna last you such a long time, especially that the payoff, I thought that the payoff was gonna be less than what it is right now. And it just looks really, really pretty. It is so beautiful. Do I even have makeup? Like, I'm like trying to see it, but it blends just so well. Oh my god, it is crazy. Maybe I should like turn off a light or something. Just a second. So dark. Okay, so this is my skin with the light at the front of me is off, and it looks a little bit more dewy when I remove the light from the front, and you can see a little bit more my texture on my skin, of course. But can you even see anything? It is super beautiful. It looks literally like I just went into the sun and I'm sun-kissed. It is crazy. And if you want to know which foundation that I use, I put it a while ago and I let it sit on my skin for a while. Every single product is going to be listed down below except for the highlighter, since I'm testing it out, you know. So but if you watch my luxury haul, you probably know which highlighter that I'm gonna be putting, and the contour you already know, Patrick Ta. And I'm just gonna go put my bronzer, my highlight, and then I will be right back in this lighting to see if there's anything weird happening. So we're just gonna keep that lighting. I feel like it's like such a vibe. All right, so I look kind of crazy. I look so dewy. This side turned out like more dark than the other side. I do have the window right there, so it might be that. But other than that, the blush looks really pretty. It adds a little bit of pinkness, redness to my skin. It blends really, really well with other products. Super dewy, of course. But that's what it looks like with everything on top. It is more dewy because I put highlighter literally everywhere. Like I super overboard with it. I don't know if I could put more on top. So let's say I go back with it, and I'm staying in that lighting just because I want you guys to be able to see everything. So I don't know, maybe in the editing it's gonna be a bit too dark, but I hope that it's not. But I just want to show you. So like I put one here, and then let's say I go back on powders, and I just put a dot, you know, so it's harder to blend, you know what I mean? So like I have this dot stuck here, let's say, and I want to put a bit more redness because I put too much bronzer, or, you know, like it does weird things sometimes. So it does blend, and it kind of mattifies everything around it. So I feel like if you're a bit more oily, this is, like they say, it's a cream to powder formulation, and it does become more matte when you apply it. So definitely see the redness over here. I put a bit more on the bronzer or whatever. And I take the residue and I put it here just for a little color. By the way, I love blush. It's my favorite thing with highlighter, blush and highlighters. I cannot live without it. So let me turn back those lights to see if I look crazy, or because this looks intense. Like from the camera there, it looks intense. But let me turn back the light and see what it looks like. Okay, so we are back with this bright lighting that literally blurs all imperfections. So you saw my acne a bit, which is way better than before. Yeah, I put more on this side than this side. Hi. Okay, so first of all, I have to take my thoughts and think about it for real, because this is really expensive. So number one, I love it. I love it. Literally, that would be a blush that I would put on its own without setting it. I thought I had to set it at first, so that's why I had this cheap e.l.f. blush right next to me, which is basically the same color. See, it would have been really nice with it, but I do not need to set it. It looks absolutely beautiful. It doesn't, like, when you add products on top of it, it doesn't like vanish. It doesn't vanish, even though it says vanish blush stick. It doesn't. It just doesn't. It does vanish in its way where it's very natural and it looks like it's part of your skin, which I've never seen a cream blush do that before, and I'm not even joking. I have, for example, like I have multiple blushes. So I have this Mirrored blush, I have the Rare Beauty blush, I have the Milk Makeup cream blush, the Natasha Denona blush, and I never seen a blush do this on my skin. It looks absolutely beautiful. Super natural. It doesn't enhance any texture. It doesn't do weird things on acne scars. And throughout the day, if you're a little bit oily, it might become a bit dewy. So make sure to set it on top if you are a bit oily, or to put setting powder under. So you make sure that it doesn't become like kind of oily, because you can put it on top of powder. I just tried it and it just looks really, really good. It does mix as well with cream contour, with bronzer. It doesn't look dirty, because you know sometimes when you mix two products together, depending on the color, of course, it's gonna look kind of grayish and dirty, but it doesn't do that on my skin, as you saw in the other lighting. And now it looks really good. It contours, it really hugs the cheek, the color, and it makes my cheek look a little bit more round, as I would say. So, what do we think? It's flawless, it's beautiful, it looks amazing. When you use it, you don't need a lot of product. You don't have to reapply too much. If you do apply on top of powder, it is a little bit harder to blend, but it will never move any product, as you saw. I feel like this is gonna last you a very, very long time. You can use this on real skin and it's not gonna look weird or anything. It's really gonna look super natural. So I feel like this could be an everyday cream blush, or you could even use it with really heavy makeup. It's just gonna look really pretty. Like, literally. So do I like this blush? 100%. I'm gonna be using it literally all the time. I might even buy another color just because depending on the lipstick you're using. So I really love it. I 100% recommend this one. From what I see right now, it is so beautiful and it just goes with other formulation really, really well. So I put a little bit of powder blush on top and it still looks really pretty. It doesn't do weird things. The powder lays very beautifully on top of it. So if you want, you can mix and match. But I would wear the Hourglass Vanish Blush Stick on its own. I recommend this product. I know it's kind of like super expensive, but I mean, you can probably put it on your lips too. So if I look, I don't know. Anyways, I really recommend this product. I'm going to say it again. It's really beautiful, a very high quality, very creamy, very blendable, seamless, flawless, and it just mixes well with other products. So if you like this video and if you want to see more reviews like these of expensive luxury products, make sure to like the video and to comment down below which one you want to see next. Of course, I'm going to do the products that I bought in my luxury haul, Sephora haul. So if you didn't see that already, the video is going to be listed down below and up here somewhere if you want. And also thank you so much for watching, subscribing, staying subscribed, again, watching my content. It really means the world to me when you do that. And I want to say thank you so much again for watching. I really, really love you, beauties, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye, beauties.